Bananza has a lot of really cool worlds. Some of my favorite being the Zebra world, and spoiler if you haven't got there yet, the Beast Lair. And I love these layers, and I'm loving the game. I've actually beat it. I haven't 100%ed it yet, but I have beat it. And now that I beat it, I was looking back and I was like, there are 3 layers that stand out to me as quote-unquote the worst layers. And I'm going to be judging the layers on if they're the worst or not by 3 categories. One being how fun it was gameplay-wise to play it, how fun it was looks/scenery-wise to play it, and how well they interpreted that world's mechanic into it. So without further ado, I'm going to rant about why I think these 3 worlds were not the best worlds compared to the other processors. Before we continue, I want to say if you guys are not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more amazing videos just like this one. And secondly, if you guys see this picture, I should say, this logo pop up on the screen, that means I'm going to be showing something that has like something to do with a spoiler in the game. So if you haven't beat the world yet, you can look at the timestamp on screen and skip. So I'm going to have timestamps as I talk about the spoilers if you guys did not want to see those. So now the first world that I thought was one of the worst, even though it's not the worst, that's why I'm doing it first, is spoiler if you guys have not got there yet. Once again, there are a few spoilers in this video. But the first world that I was like, this one's not the best, is the Elephant World. I don't remember exactly the name of the Elephant World, but I just remember that when you get underground, there's a giant cave area with a whole bunch of lava that was on the ceiling, and it would drip down onto Donkey Kong and Pauline's heads. And this would cause them to take damage and lose life very quickly over a short period of time. And this mechanic was used as like a system where you had to grab the chunk of dirt from the ground and hold it above your head and walk through. And it was kind of cool, I guess, the whole using the dirt as an umbrella mechanic, but that didn't really fit the elephant vibe. The elephants were like not really well interpreted in this world. The only way you use the elephant is when you have to suck up the lava using the elephant's trunk, and that made the game lag drastically. The amount of particles and pieces that were being sucked up and created caused your Switch 2 to just lag incredibly. I found this to happen mostly towards the end of this world when you fully unlocked the elephant and you had to suck up a path on that underground area to complete the area, and it would cause my Switch 2 and my game to lag horribly. So the elephant mechanic wasn't really well used, and they used gimmicky mechanics over the main elephant mechanic in that world. Instead of just focusing on the vacuum mechanic and the elephant mechanic, they morely focused on the umbrella dirt chunk mechanic, where you could pick up dirt and hold it above your head. And there's one part where I was just really not enjoying it, and it's the part where you have to ride the zip lines. Because if you didn't know, not all materials can be used as zip lines. Some materials like dirt, clay, mud, those materials will break after a short amount of time on the zip line. So you don't want to use those. You have to use a certain material that's like the really hard rocks. And those were kind of hard to find in some areas because you had to like go digging and searching for a rock just so you can progress to the next section of the level. It was not the best. I thought they could have done a lot better, and Nintendo has done a lot better in the past. I don't know why they stuck with this very weird umbrella mechanic. It really confused me, and I wasn't the biggest fan of it. To this day, I still feel like the elephant Bananza was not used right, and it wasn't the best. You hardly ever use it. Sometimes you use it to suck up poison and stuff in the way. Later on in the game, you might need it, but that Bananza is hardly ever used, and the song that goes along with it, in my personal opinion, is not the best. Overall, it's not a good Bananza, and the world that you get the Bananza in just makes it worse. For me, I like worlds that have upbeat colors, vibrant moods to it, and also uses the mechanic that you get in that world. I get not all worlds have Bananza mechanics that you get, but there's some worlds that just interpret like surfing with the rock, or I guess this world uses the umbrella mechanic, but it also uses the elephant mechanic. So I feel like they should have saved the umbrella mechanic for a different world and just used it somewhere else. That would be a way better option. Like if they saved it for like a volcano or a lava area instead and just added an extra quick little world just to show off like you can use the clay as umbrellas by holding it above your head, because you don't really use that mechanic any other part of the game. It's only in that area, and I don't understand why they needed to like show off how to do that, because you only use it in that area. Now, we'll admit that towards the end of the world, that like, I want to say the second half of the world, got really cool with the lava, got really cool with the lightning. The lightning was really cool, let's admit. I have to admit, the purple vibe, being high up in the air, the clouds everywhere, and the lightning striking down, did feel pretty cool, and it did look pretty cool. But it didn't feel like they really used the elephant world. I feel like I could have beat that world without using the elephant. That's just my personal opinion. I'm gonna go back one later on and try it in another video where I try to beat each world without using the mechanic, and I'm gonna rank them on how necessary the mechanic is. So if you guys want to see that, comment down below. But yeah, I feel like this world was not really used well, I should say. I don't think they used the mechanic that was necessary for that world very well. I think you could like come up with other things like giant walls in front of you that are made out of lava, and you have to suck the lava out of the wall and break your way through. That would be a lot cooler. Or using the shoot mechanic, because they didn't really use the shoot mechanic that well either. The trunk can also shoot up the stuff that it sucks. So I think it would be really cool if you like sucked up the lava and then you use that same lava and shoot it back at like enemies or puzzle or something. I feel like they could have made that world more like a puzzle-based world instead of just like hold a rock over your head to avoid the lava. And I was like, that's not well did, if that makes sense. I didn't think they did that world the best. Now, I'm not going to say that world was awful. I'm just going to say they could have did a lot better with the other worlds. And we will see that later on. Like, for example, the zebra world used the lava a lot better. How you had to use ice to break the lava into rock to cool it down pretty much and use that to make paths and stuff. I thought that was really cool. It reminded me of the lava from Luncheon Kingdom in Mario Odyssey, which I thought that was really cool. But in Mario Odyssey, you couldn't like control the luncheon soup, I want to say, the strawberry lava, whatever. You couldn't really control it. In this game, you can use the ice to like bridge a path, and it was really cool. I like that. So I think the elephant world could have focused more on the elephant mechanic itself and stop worrying about the other mechanics like holding rocks over your head. Because there's some kingdoms, there's some layers that do that really well, and I think they should just put those mechanics in those layers. But it's not my place to judge. Nintendo, you cooked with this game, so you can't always have nothing but hits. You gotta have some misses here and there. Another example of a miss, I should say, in my opinion, is the trash compactor style of a layer. This layer was not my favorite at all. This layer was super annoying to transverse through, and I agree with some people how they said it's really cool how you use the digging mechanic to dig your own path and find your way to the end, which they made the layer really small and like a tight square, like rectangle. That way you don't get too lost, but you can like dig your way to the right path. And I did think that was pretty cool. But the amount of like secrets and Easter eggs they hid and just dirt, it was all just dirt, just like brown clay dirt everywhere. And it wasn't the coolest. They could have did a lot better in my opinion. I feel like a better way to do this was have a dirt layer and then you dig your way through that layer and find like a trash civilization. Like they did have a trash civilization area, but it was too clamped. It felt like, I don't know, the claustrophobia in me just like came out and I was like, this feels really tight and claustrophobic. So I feel like to make it better, they should have made it so like this second like trash layer, I should say, the trash civilization had a lot more room for you to walk around, talk to NPCs, and instead of having those like blue crystal NPCs just sitting there, I think it would have been a lot cooler if they had some trash NPCs, like a trash can, or a dumpster, or something like that you had to talk to. Or like a piece of trash that you talk to. Not like just a piece of trash, but like a clump of trash. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. but like they didn't really play into like the trash, garbage, muddy mechanic that well. This one wasn't really a mechanic based level. It was a short, sweet, quick little layer where you just dig and you just find your way through the path. And I feel like that was one of the most forgettable layers for me. Not the most forgettable, but one of, because it was just super quick. You just dig straight through, and you could honestly just like dig straight down and just keep digging, and in maybe 10 minutes you'd be done with that layer. It wasn't the best layer. I thought they could have done a lot better with it, but I don't really remember much of that layer, so I'm gonna have to go back and replay it and just fully explore that area. But in my playthrough, it wasn't the best. They could have did a lot better. And also, they could have used some enemies. There weren't many enemies. There were little, like, I forget what they're called now, but the octopuses that, like, once you get deep enough, they're like the octopuses that fall down and try to attack you. And that, the boss fight in this area was pretty cool. I liked it. And the octopuses made me mad. I hate those things. I'm sick of them. They stick to Donkey Kong and they just, like, drain your life really fast. But not too fast, so you can easily just, like, punch them off. But it just did not feel the best. I thought this world could use a lot more to make it better. And honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of that world. I know some people, like my brother, said that he liked that world. He thought it was really cool the way they interpreted the digging mechanic and the way they interpreted DK's Bananza, like the DK Bananza, where you can dig a lot faster, or the Elephant Bananza, where you can suck up all the trash. But I'm pretty sure you don't have the Elephant Bananza in this area yet, so that's kind of lame. If the Elephant Bananza is in this area and I'm just like not remembering correctly, let me know in the comments down below. But I think this area was pretty cool, but not the best. It was, compared to the other worlds are amazing. That's why I'm saying, when I say they were the worst layers, like the title of this video, when I say it's the worst layers, I'm saying it is the worst compared to the other layers. The other layers are way better, and they outshine some of the other opponent competitive layers, I should say. But on a similar basis with the whole scenic route, the last layer that I'm going to be talking about that is one of the worst, in my opinion is the worst, is the, I want to say it's the third layer you discover, where, I have it on screen right now for you guys, but it's like the half green, half blue grass area. And this area, no joke, felt like a fever dream. I don't even remember playing it. That's how unmemorable it was. I don't think fever dream's a good word to describe it. Fever dream sounds like a good thing, like a dream come true in a way, but like, this world was not a dream come true. It was literally just hills with green and blue grass and a whole bunch of mud. One area was completely covered in mud, and walking through that mud is so annoying and so just not fun that it ruined the playthrough for me. The whole time I was just like surfing on the mud, and I was just sliding on the mud, and I was like, this is not the best. This is just not that good. So, in my opinion, that world was not really the best. There wasn't really much to do there. If I remember right, I'm pretty sure all you had to do was literally just pay one of the like construction worker NPCs to dig you a hole to the next layer. That's all it was. That layer was very lame. And I recently went back through my footage that I had from my last video, my most recent video, which was try not to touch colors in Donkey Kong Bananza. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. The only reason why I kept the footage in for that world, like some of the footage for that world in the video, is because of the fact that I had to like show me trying not to touch blue. But if I didn't have to show me touching blue, then that world would not have been included. That's how forgettable it was. I spent most of my time just collecting gold, because you need gold to progress to the next layer. And I didn't know that. I forgot that, honestly, because I played through that layer already beforehand, and I forgot that you needed gold. I don't think I even realized, because I collected gold in the first world, the lagoon layer, and I was like, I don't really need any more gold because I'm good, and I just skipped that world completely. Basically, all you do, if you guys don't like know what I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure all you gotta do is just go up the hill, talk to an NPC, slide down the hill, talk to an NPC, and then go over to the middle, talk to an NPC, he'll dig you a hole, and you're done. It was very forgettable, not fun to play. It was not the best world, and honestly, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I think they could have did a lot better. And with the other worlds in this game, there's so many better worlds in this game that I think they did a lot better with the other layers. And it's just, they have to have some layers that didn't necessarily hit, because if all layers hit in the game, there would still be the one layer that didn't hit no matter what. Compared to the other layers, there'll always be one that's worse than the rest. So I really enjoyed filming this video. I just sat here and talked to you guys while showing some gameplay or so about what I was saying. And it was really fun just to sit down and get my mind cleared about this world. Because I was sitting down as I was playing it, and over again, this video idea just kept coming in my head. Like, I just want to sit down and talk to you guys and tell you, like, what I think about this game. And if you guys want to see me talk about my top 3 favorite worlds, let me know in the comments down below. This one was the top 3 worst worlds in my opinion, but if you want to hear me talk about my top 3 favorite worlds, let me know in the comments down below, and I will be sure to make a video just like this one about my top 3 favorites. And last but not least, if you guys are not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button please. I am on a road to hitting 2K subs. At 2K subs, I'll be doing a special live stream. At first, I plan to do a live stream where I play Mario Kart World with you guys, but I think I'm going to rephrase that. I want to do a live stream where I play Mario Kart World and maybe some Bananza with you guys, because Bananza just came out. I want to play a little bit of Bananza with you guys. That'd be really cool to have a live chat playing Bananza with me. Well, not necessarily with me, like watching me play it while I play. You know what I'm trying to say. So if you guys are not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, like I said, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Later.